What's up, DECA gang? My name is Nikhil Krishnan, and I'm here to make sure you get an amazing score on your next marketing cluster exam. Today, we'll be going over the first section of 2.1 with product innovation dynamics. But first, what is PID? Product innovation dynamics is a subsection of the term product service management, which is the process of optimizing a company's products or their services. This concept goes over the details between developing ideas, managing products, and the product lifecycle. The first concept we'll be going over today is known as idea generation. Idea generation is used by businesses in multiple methods to create products and services, as well as to problem solve. The first method is known as reverse brainstorming, which is when businesses look at the problem at hand and figure out what would make them even worse. This may seem like a bad thing, but when they reverse these findings, a possible solution can come up. Another type of brainstorming corporations tend to use is known as relay brainstorming, which is when an idea is generated from one person and is built upon by other teams in a certain order to continue advancing this idea. The next method we have is forced questioning, which is mainly used to make the finishing detail of a product or service. This technique uses many types of question starters in order to finalize the product. For example, if I have a product that creates lemonade, I can ask myself, how fast would the lemonade be produced in this product? I would answer this question and then implement said answer into my idea. The simplest way of idea generation is good old fashioned brainstorming, where companies creatively solve conflicts with a very simple manner. The main downside to this, however, is that the solutions can be somewhat unrealistic, which is why the other four methods are usually more professional. Finally, attribute listing uses program thinking to list the characteristics of a product. These can include their shape, size, function, color, materials, and even taste sometimes. All right, now that we know how a company makes the concepts for their products, we are ready to learn how they manage and sort them, which is where the product mix comes in. The product mix is the range of products that a company offers to its customers, and it comes in four main categories. The first of which being width, which refers to the number of product lines a company usually has. A product line is a group of related products that are usually created nearby each other. Next, we have depth, which refers to the generic sorting of size, colors, models, and much more that are offered in a particular product line. The length refers to the total amount of products that the store or maybe even retailers selling the product offers to the customer. Finally, consistency is how much a company's product lines are relevant towards end use, distribution, production, target market, and price. There are multiple methods to the product mix, all of which support the maintenance of the product and their product lines. The first of which being contracting, which is when a business removes a product from their product mix. This almost guarantees the release of new products into the market. So even though if contracting seems like a bad thing, it overall has a beneficial factor to the business. Next, we have altering. With altering, a business changes its product mix in response to current trends, target market, and even in the face of direct competition. If a business wants to add a new product to the existing mix, they would have to go through the process of expanding. This generally increases the overall revenue in connection to the product cycle, which we'll talk about in a minute. Finally, we have positioning, which is the way a product is marketing towards its audience to make impressions in their market. This not only increases general product revenue with the cycling of marketing, but it also allows customers to stay interested in the product with the connections they make through certain promotion channels. Now that we've discussed the product mix, the final concept we'll be doing today is the product life cycle. The product life cycle is how businesses change up their product mix in response to multiple factors, and it usually always loops back up together. The products always start at the introduction stage, where the product is first released and the company wants to create hype for it. The next stage immediately after this is the growth stage, which is when the product sales gradually increase, leading to further efforts towards promotion. And the growth stage is usually the product's best stage for the business. At one point, however, the product has to peak or reach a stage of maturity. Around this time, businesses focus on maintaining the product in order to milk the most out of its sales rather than just promoting it to get promotion efforts out. Finally, every product sales must decline, forcing businesses to produce a newer model or just another product. This may seem detrimental, but this newer product or newer model goes back into the product cycle where it can grow for the company, hence the loop. Now, what did we learn from today? Today, we learned about product innovation dynamics and how it's a section of product service management which creates, manages, and optimizes a product or service. The first concept we went over was idea generation, which is how businesses solve problems and create ideas for products or for services. Then we had the product mix, which is the range of products a business could offer. The product mix has many methods of assortment, including contracting, altering, expanding, and positioning. Finally, we had the product lifecycle, which illustrates a product's lifespan. For this section, always remember that the product lifecycle loops back together with the usage of a newer model or product. All right, that's going to be all for today, guys. So if you want to get an ICDC score on your next cluster exam, make sure to visit the YoungBIZ website and remember to stay busy.